Welcome students, welcome to our LNHV clubs for the preparation of the chemistry. Today we are going to start the next chapter from the chemistry, that is the chemical kinetics, and that chapter is again related with the 11th class chapter, that is the chemical. Today the chemical kinetics, it is the branch of chemistry that deals with the study of chemical reactions or the rate of chemical reactions and the factors that are affect on that rate of reactions. That is called as the chemical kinetics. Again, that the chemical kinetics, it is the branch of chemistry that deals with the rate of reaction, chemical reactions, the rate of chemical reactions and the factors affect on that rate of chemical reaction. So what is the rate? We have to know that what is the rate of chemical reactions. The rate of chemical reactions. The rate. What is the rate? Rate is related with the concentration of the reactant as well as the product. It describes the rate of a chemical reaction, that describes the how rapidly the concentration of the reactant and the product, how rapidly the concentration of the reactant as well as the product, that should be changes into the chemical reaction. Simply we call as the rate is the change in concentration. It is the change in concentration of a reactant or a product. It is the change in concentration of the reactant or product. So that is called as the rate. Then the next point from that chapter, that is the average rate of reaction. Average rate of reaction. There is also the rate of again reactions come, but we have to take the average of that corresponding reaction. So average rate that becomes is equal to change in a concentration of species. Change in concentration of species. Species, which are the species? That species are the reactant or the product. That species are reactant or the product divided by. What is the average rate? We have to take the average rate. That's why there is a time. There is a time. Average rate depends on the time and the change in concentration. So definition of that average rate becomes, the average rate is the change in concentration of the reactant or the product per unit time or the time interval. Per unit time, we said that, or time interval also said that. Therefore, the dimensions from that, consider the example, the reaction A and B. The reactant A is converted into the product B. It is the product, and here it is the A is the reactant. The A reactant is get converted into the product B by the some time. In the some time. So in that reaction there is a change in concentration of reactant or product. Reactant or product, they should be changes their concentration, but one of them concentration is increases and another the concentration of the one of the species is get decreases. So there is a consumption of A. There is a consumption of A. Consumption means there is a decrease in the concentration of the A, that is the decrease in the concentration of the reactant, and there is a formation of B, product get formed. So there is a formation of the B, that is the product. So if there is a formation of the B product, there is an increase in the concentration of that corresponding product. And if the consumption of A takes place, that is meant by there is a decrease in the concentration of the reactant A. So we write there is a decrease in a concentration for the A, and here it is the increase in a concentration of the product B. Consider the reaction A is converted into B product. So, average rate of consumption of A, average rate of consumption, A gets consumed. So, there is average rate of consumption that becomes is equal to, what is the average rate of reaction? According to that formula, the average rate of reaction, it becomes change in the concentration of A divided by change in the concentration of reactant divided by time. So there is a change in time also. Consider at the time t it is. So there is a change in concentration, delta for the change in concentration of the A, and change in time. It has the negative sign because there is a decrease in the concentration of that reactant A. Again, similarly for the B, average rate of formation of B, that becomes, there is an increase in the concentration, so there is a positive sign for that change. There is a change in the concentration of B divided by delta T. So delta T, it is the change in time, change in concentration of product divided by change in time. So combine that both equation, consider that is the one, that is the second equation, combine that both, and there is a new equation form, that shows the rate of reaction is depends on the concentration of the reactant as well as the product. Therefore rate becomes, it is equal to, rate of reaction becomes equal to concentration, change in concentration of A divided by change in time, that is also is equal to change in the concentration of B divided by change in time. So from that equation we said that the rate of corresponding reaction, here it is the rate of reaction, total overall reaction, that is depends on, or it is equal to or proportional to change in concentration of reactant as well as change in concentration of the product. On both species the overall rate of reaction is depends. So from that therefore concentration is the mole per dm cube. Concentration is measured in the mole per dm cube. And what about the time? The time is measured into the second. So it is the per second. According to the dimension, the unit of that rate of reaction, that becomes mole per dm cube per second. The unit is mole per dm cube per second for the average rate of reaction. Take the screenshot of the board and write the notes. Okay. The next point from this chapter, that is the instantaneous rate of reaction. From that chapter, the next point, it is the instantaneous rate of reaction. Instantaneous rate of reaction. It means for the any time t, here it is also the time t, but at any instant the rate of reaction, how get it change, rate of reactant as well as the product, how does it get changed? That is the instantaneous rate of reaction. In that instantaneous rate of the reaction, consider the example again. The A is converted into B, here it is the again reactant, that one is the product. A is the reactant, B is the product. Consider that same example for the instantaneous rate. But into that instantaneous rate is represented by replacing that delta into the average rate. Replacing that delta into the average rate, that get replaced. The delta is get replaced by the derivative D. So the concentration change, that is showed into the rate of reaction, the concentration change delta C, it is the concentration change, that is the rate of reaction, that becomes as a change in a concentration into the derivative terms dC divided by dt. So that is the change in concentration divided by change in time for the instantaneous rate of reaction. According to that, we have to represent the average rate of the instantaneous rate equation as like the average rate of reaction. Therefore, there is again a consumption of reactant A, and here it is the formation of the product B. So, if the consumption is there, then there is a decrease in the concentration of the reactant and increase in the concentration of the product takes place. According to that, rate of consumption of A at any time. So time is t, that is equal to, the equation become change in the concentration of A divided by change in time, but it has the negative sign. And similarly for the rate of formation of the which species it takes place, there is a formation of the product takes place. That's why the rate of formation of B at any time. So the time is t. Then the equation becomes change in the concentration of B divided by change in time. Both are the same as like the rate of reaction, but the dimensions are get changed, but the notifications are get changed. That are the delta is get changed into the derivative. That's why that becomes delta C divided by delta T is equal to dC by dt. According to that, the equation, according to both of that, the average instantaneous rate of reaction becomes, according to the instantaneous rate, that is equal to negative sign here it is delta change in concentration of A divided by dt, that is again equal to the positive change in concentration of product B divided by change in time. So that is the instantaneous rate equation according to the given equation of the given reaction. Take the screenshot of that corresponding point. Okay. On that basis, instantaneous rate of reaction. Consider another example in which the stoichiometric coefficients are different. When the stoichiometric coefficient for the given reactant and the product are different, then the rate of that corresponding reaction is independent on that stoichiometric coefficients. Okay, on that concentration of the reactant and the product. Therefore, consider the example again. A plus thrice of B, it gives twice of C. It means the reactant A having the 1 mole, the reactant B has the 3 moles, and the reactant C has the 2 moles of the concentration. Here it is the 1 mole, 3 moles, and the 2 moles. That according to that reaction, according to that given reaction, we have mean that the 1 mole of A are get consumed, 3 moles of B are also get consumed, and 2 moles of C are get formed, or they are get prepared, because there is the preparation or the formation of the product C. That's why the 2 moles of that corresponding product are also get formed, and the 1 mole and the 3 moles of the reactant, that is the reactant A and B, are get consumed. We also said that the consumption of the B is thrice than that of the A. So there is a relation between A and B, that is equal to B is equal to A, or the another relation is C is equal to A. The rate of consumption of B is thrice the rate of consumption of A, and the rate of formation of C is twice the rate of consumption of A. There is a relation between reactant A and B, and the product C and the reactant A. Therefore, according to that, we write the rate equation or the instantaneous rate equation. That instantaneous rate equation becomes rate is equal to that rate is depends on the concentration of the reactant or the product divided by change in time. So there is a rate or the relation between the B and the A, that becomes, there is a consumption, that's why negative sign, change in the concentration of B divided by change in time. It is the change in concentration of B reagent divided by change in time. It has the negative sign because there is a consumption, that is equal to B is equal to A. How much? 3 times the change in the concentration of A divided by change in time. So there is one equation, one relation, that is equation number 1. Consider that. The another relation is in between the reactant, reagent and the product. product is the C, reagent is the A. So according to that, the second equation becomes rate is equal to, here it is the positive sign because there is a formation of the product C. So here it is the positive sign. Delta change in the concentration of C divided by change in a time, that is equal to negative sign. How much? It is the twice change in the concentration of A divided by change in time. So on that basis of the two equations, combine that both, and the rate of reaction, instantaneous rate of reaction becomes, corresponding given reaction becomes, rate is equal to, but take the both as a common, change in the concentration of A divided by change in time, it has the negative sign as it is, that is equal to change in the concentration of B reagent divided by change in time, that is also equal to the change in the concentration of C divided by change in time. But the coefficients are different, stoichiometric coefficients are different. They show the rate of consumption of A is less than the rate of consumption of B. Rate of consumption of A is less than the rate of formation of the C. So that coefficients are going toward the another side. So it becomes the 1 by 3 change in concentration of B and 1 by 2 change in concentration of the C, that having the positive sign, that having the negative sign. So that is the instantaneous rate equation for that given. The next point, that the rate of reaction and the reactant concentration. The rate of reaction and reactant concentration, relation between them. The overall rate of reaction is always, or it is a depends on the reactant concentration. The rate of reaction is depends on the reactant concentration. So there is a relation between the concentration of the reactant and the time, as well as the rate of reaction and the concentration. Rate of reaction and the concentration, both terms are there. Rate of reaction and the concentration. That equation is known as the rate law equation, or it is called as the simple rate law. Rate law, it shows the relation between the reaction rate and the concentration. It shows the relation between the rate of reaction and the concentration. On that basis, we started the next point, that is the rate law. So for that rate law, we have to consider small b. We have to consider the one example, that is again A plus B. It is get converted to C plus D. The coefficients of that corresponding reaction are small a for the reagent A, small b for the reagent B, small c for the product C, and small d for the another product, that is the D. So on that basis, we represent the rate law equation. According to that rate law equation, the rate of reaction is depends on the concentration of the reactant. The rate is depends on the concentration of reactant. So according to that, the definition becomes the rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of reactant. The rate of reaction is proportional to the concentration of reactant at a given time, or molar concentration of reactant at given time, and the time, at that time, the time raised to the simple powers. How the time raised to the simple powers? Therefore, we have to put the equation, rate is equal to concentration of reactant. Concentration of reactant, it is proportional. Concentration of reactant A and concentration of the reactant B. Consider the coefficients or the simple powers of that corresponding reactant are X and the Y. So that becomes the X and Y. They are the simple powers of that corresponding reagents A and the B. That is the square bracket shows the change in molar concentration of that corresponding reagents or the species. The rate is proportional to the molar concentration of the reagent or the species, molar concentration of the reagent or the species at that time raised to its simple power. That is the definition. So according to that, the rate is equal to, I have to simplify that equation, the proportionality sign is equal to, it becomes equal to, then the rate is equal to K into concentration, change in concentration of A and change in concentration of B. Here it is same powers are there, X and Y. So that is the one equation. Another equation, in that equation here it is the K. So what is the K? Where K is proportionality constant. K is the proportionality constant, or it is also called as, K is a proportionality constant, or it is also called as the rate constant. It is also called as the rate constant. So consider the molar concentrations of A and B are unity. That is mean by A is equal to B or X is equal to Y, that is equal to 1. The simple powers of the concentration of A and B are equal to unity. That means when we put that values into the given equation, the equation only remaining equation is K is equal to rate of reaction, or rate is equal to only K is remaining when we put the power is 1. Then that equation rate is equal to K or K is equal to rate, that equation is known as the rate law equation. That equation is that equation is known as the rate law equation. K is equal to rate or the rate is equal to K when we put the simple powers as equal to 1, or they are considered as unity. Okay, so that is the rate law equation. But it is always not equal to the concentration of the reactant. We have seen that into the instantaneous reaction at the last point, there is a dependence of the rate on the concentration of the reactant. But when the different stoichiometric coefficients are considered, that stoichiometric coefficients are the different, then the rate of reaction is always not equal to reactant or the product. Both are not equal, they may be get changed. When we put the values of the concentration, that is equal to A is equal to B is equal to 1, then that equation is called as the differential rate law equation. Differential rate law equation, when we put that values. Okay, in that point the rate equation, relation between the rate constant and the concentration of the reactant, in that point there is a rate law equation and the differential rate law equation are seen. For that, some conditions, concentration of, if the concentration of the reactant or the product are get changed, there are some conditions at which the concentration of the reactant get changed, and the rate of reactant, how the rate of reaction is depends on that concentration, or it is not depends on the concentration of that reactant, that get explained into the next point. If we consider at the last, there are the powers of the reactant A and B are X and Y. Here are the powers. Rate is equal to, we see that rate is equal to K into X, and A is raised to X and B raised to Y. But that powers are always not equal to the stoichiometric coefficient. That powers are always not equal to the stoichiometric coefficient. That powers are also the some whole numbers. They may be the zeros, or they may be the fractionals also. They are always not equal to the stoichiometric coefficients. So at some conditions, when we put the X is equal to Y and Y is equal to 1, that is the unity, like the last point, X is equal to Y is equal to 1, therefore the rate of reaction, that becomes the concentration of A and concentration of B. If we put the X and Y are equal to 1, it becomes the change in concentration of A and the concentration of the B. That means, it means the rate of reaction is depends on the concentration of A and B. if the power is 1. Okay. But when we change one of the concentration of the one of the reagent, if we change the concentration one of the reagent, then the rate of reaction is get doubled. The rate of reaction is get doubled when the concentration of one of the reagent is get changed. Consider the concentration of A is get changed, then also the rate of reaction is get doubled. If we consider to change the concentration of B, then the overall rate of reaction is also get changed or it get doubled. But we have to understand that the rate or the proportionality constant, into that rate the proportionality constant is not depends on the concentration. That does not depends on the concentration, but it depends on the temperature that get changed according to the temperature. The proportionality or the rate constant is get changed according to the temperature, that does not changes with the concentration. So it is the first condition, that is x is equal to y is equal to 1, in that rate is depends on the concentration of the reactant. Into the next condition, we consider the x is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. X is equal to 2 and y is equal to 1. Put the values into the rate equation. The rate is equal to a raised to 2 and b raised to 1. X is equal to 2, that's why we put the a raised to 2, and y is equal to 1, that's why we put the b raised to 1. So the equation becomes, according to that rate equation, we said that the concentration of A is get doubled. The concentration of A is get doubled. Therefore, the rate of reaction is increased by factor 4. The overall rate of reaction is increased by the factor 4. That is the second condition. The third condition is, if we consider the rate of reaction, if we consider the x is equal to 0, we have to put the x is equal to 0, then the overall rate of reagent or the change in concentration of A it becomes the 0. Therefore, if we put the x is equal to 0, the rate is independent. The equation becomes rate is independent on the concentration of A. It becomes the 0. It means the rate depends on only the concentration of B. Therefore, a rate is equal to only the concentration of B is there remains. And the last condition, the fourth condition is, if we consider the value of x is less than 0, it is the less than 0, then we consider that the rate decreases, the rate of reaction is decreases as the concentration of A is increases. The rate of reaction is decreases if the concentration of A is increases. So there is the end of this session.